Diana. All right, call to order. Regular meeting agenda for Urban Renewal Agency. Dated for April 7th, 2026. Roll call, please.
Director Diana Larson.
Here.
Director Rick L.
Here. Director
Kathy Rad.
Here.
Director Jamie McElmurray.
Here.
Director Robert Cheney.
Here.
Director Luke Bell.
Here. Please stand for the pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Section, are we still good, Chair, Vice Chair? No, wrong, you're wrong agenda. No?
We're on to the approval of the minutes from this regular
Consent agenda.
for March 3rd.
The right one. Look at the top of it.
Yeah, It says Myrtle Creek Urban Renewal Agency regular.
It says we have to redo one, but we've already done it. We did that in
Oh,
January.
did I print the wrong? Maybe I just printed the wrong. I have it up here. for
See,
you.
I didn't do it wrong. All right, consent agenda, 4.1, approval of minutes for regular urban renewal agency meeting for March 3rd, 2026.
Can I make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular urban renewal meeting for March 3rd, 2026?
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, nay? All right, regular agenda, 5.1 audit presentation.
I would like to put the audit into record with no negative findings. And if anybody has any questions, in your Dropbox.
Some light reading for the
Oof,
evening.
yes, it's a doozy.
Any questions? Okay, let's move on. Grant application, Tunham Center 7171 South Main Street. Who's for that? Yeah, if you just want to come up and sit and be prepared for questions.
Okay.
You're Byron?
Right.
Sorry, Smith. Brian. Any questions for Brian in his application?
I think it's a good question. I think we'll probably do it since it's if I'm just doing a question that they all are gonna be licensed contractors in Oregon and they all have a Myrtle Creek building. Business license.
Right.
I think that's for all.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
package, those are
Yeah, sure,
requirements, yeah.
everybody knows it.
Maybe it seemed pretty straightforward. Any questions on any, do you have one that you're gonna be going with? I mean, how many did you have?
Two.
Two? Yeah, that would be, it matters, I guess.
My question was, in the second part of your project, you discussed painting. Is that interior or exterior? And if it's exterior, it does say it will be the original, like Napa blue that you have?
Yeah, it'd be a shade of blue. I haven't picked exactly which one. Probably I think they call it a Malibu blue, which is kind of I don't want a brilliant blue. It's kind of a matted, kind of a dull blue. I don't want something super bright.
I think
On the total amount, there's a question mark, but 25 to 150, so that's the second quote we're going with, including gutters.
Yeah, that's including gutters, painting, the foundation work, and then I think front windows in the front shop.
I think the last thing that, just for everybody as well, is make sure it's clear that it's communicated, and I'm sure it's already, that you're aware that the project is supposed to be done by what date?
June 15th.
June 15th.
Everything has to be turned in by
Right.
June 15th.
Completed and done by
Yes.
June 15th.
You comfortable with that?
Yeah, I told that guy or both of those guys and they act like it was no problem, so.
I think if this is approved, it'd be a little bit more than what he's asking for by the time you do the 15,000 and then the 75%. Or the 25,150. I think we would actually pay out $22,612.50. Is what it would be.
Okay.
More's better, right?
All right, do we want to get a motion?
I make the motion to approve the urban renewal request for the tune-up center in the amount of the 22,000 and change.
I'll second that. Any other discussion? All right, all in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 5.3, grant application, Tommy's All-American Burger.
Dairy Queen, easy. Is he gonna pay a Dairy Queen?
We can kick him out at any time.
All right, Marcus, thank you. Any questions for Marcus?
The only one I had is your second bid on the paint came in late, so I just received it. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're gonna be going with that one.
I was really trying to go with Dustin if I could. Good buddy of mine. The last guy was kind of trying to find somebody in the area. It was tough. So it's kind of a last second thing.
That's the one from you.
Yes.
And he's actually cheaper. He's paying for the paint, so you're better off.
Yeah. I don't think he is painting the backside to where it's over those little stilts over the creek. Justin never said anything about not painting the backside. I think he has the proper equipment to do so. I told Josh when he sent me the quote, he said he doesn't have the proper equipment to do the backside. It is kind of scary back there. I've done it a couple times, but yeah. So
Any other questions?
In your painting, were you significantly changing the colors?
yeah, I was trying to go for a dark charcoal with a black trim. I think there was a paint swatches that Jeff brought in. With my really pretty picture. Who's it?
So like, the whole, this for the whole building, like the whole,
It'd just be for the main body. Obviously, I'm not gonna paint that corrugated metal on top, but I was trying to get dark enough to where it didn't match and kind of look weird.
the question on that, I guess, does this conflict with?
Does it match? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Does it match up with our?
Yeah, because I mean, what we communicated to previous.
Yeah. Let's the palette of colors that are available.
So the gray would be the primary color and the black would be the trim.
Yes.
So gray is a neutral
Yeah.
color.
And black is not a color.
I think it's a modern style that we're seeing these days.
Because the only thing I would say is if it's, change to the second, the paint, it's gonna change it by just a few dollars, and we'll have to get less lane.
Okay. For
See,
sure.
I'm saying is, what you put down, the other paint scheme, so it's actually gonna be a little bit cheaper for you and actually maybe $180 cheaper for us.
Okay.
Go to that second paint.
Gotcha.
So I'll make a motion to approve the grant application for Tommy's All American Burger in the amount of $34,227 with any adjustments for the painting.
Second.
All right, any other discussion? Good here, still here.
No.
No.
New burgers come with that.
Hey, they might. If I get you out there painting, maybe.
All right,
You can watch with this for.
Okay. all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.
5.4 grant application for JTT Investments.
JJT,
JTT, what did I say?
you said JTT.
I did. It said JTT.
It says JJT.
What in the world do I have?
It says JTT on the.
Well, it's JJT, he says Jeff, Jason, and Tricia. I don't know what it says on there.
I can't say.
Yeah, on the applicant under the, that we have here says, JTT, that's what it says on here.
On the application, it says JTT.
JT on
Well,
the.
maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I didn't set it up. I can't, yeah.
It does say
I would guess it would be JJT though.
Yes, it's Jeff, Jason, and
I have
Tricia,
this
so that
left
makes sense.
Okay. Any questions for Nan?
So you're wanting to replace windows and doors on 3 separate businesses?
Yes, well, technically two, because one is Flo's and then her second building, and then it's UCAN. Yeah, so basically 3 doors, 3 separate doors.
You know, they're looking at this and that's between you and them, but the one,
Yeah,
just going with, they said 4 months, would. You
Too much.
June, this one says 8 to 10 weeks, they're gonna push it, so as long as you're comfortable, they're gonna finish it in time,
yeah.
then.
I have to say in front of everybody that when you guys made it 2, I thought that was too easy. But going through with commercial windows is impossible to get somebody to Myrtle Creek, I have to say.
For bids.
Think for bids. I mean, or get anybody here. I mean, it was hard. That was hard. Thank goodness for Roseburg Glass, and they're definitely better, and that's what they specialize in, and they're cheaper. So
You can do it with that old supermarket door on the end.
I'll give it to you if you want. If you
No,
want.
because I was in that building before Flo was in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had my newspaper in there for 8 years before she was in there.
Oh, wow.
I hate that.
So heavy. So heavy. Yeah. So you'll help me bust it up.
Sure.
So does anybody else have any questions for him? Keeping with my
Go for it.
motions today, I'd like to make a motion to approve the request for JJT Investments for $27,207 to replace windows and doors.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Carries. You stay right there. 5.5 grant application for J-Man Realty. Yeah, any questions for Jason on that one?
4.5 or 5?
5.5.
Is this another note? Sorry, I put on something and lost what I was reading.
4.
What are we doing for your business, Jay?
It's windows as well.
Because I.
All the windows?
Mhm.
Here, because I have.
His last year's.
No.
Got 304 North Main.
Mhm.
Well, it's because I had that one where it was.
Same thing.
Same thing, yeah, absolutely, yeah, they're cheaper and they specialize in windows. Yeah, yes, and we know someone that works there, absolutely.
They're honest people.
They're good. They're good.
If there's no other discussion, I would like to make a motion to approve the $10,388 requested to replace windows at 304 North Main for J-Man Realty.
My second now.
Question.
Mhm.
That, you're going with the, okay, there's the other bid. I didn't see that there was 2 bids there and I only saw the one. so-
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, 4.6, grant application for the Rose Motel.
Good evening. Thank you for staying late.
Any questions for? Yeah.
And if you bid, one of them was 2024 and one of them was 2025, are they gonna honor the bids?
Don't let anyone tell you that buying a dilapidated drug motel in Myrtle Creek is gonna be easy. This project's been in business for since those bids, 2 years. Just some obstacles we faced. One, the cleanup was outrageous. And we had a contractor last year, right before we were about to start, pulled out at the last minute, which like reset the clock, tried to find a contractor in the middle of summer. In Myrtle Creek, as you heard, it's hard to get anyone down here. I've met with over 40 contractors and all the specialties. The city administrator leaving as well. I'd worked with Lonnie for like a year and a half on this as we geared up. Big projects take a lot of time to make sure that they go smoothly and you try to have everything covered. Are you saying on the roofing bid?
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah.
2024, one from 2025.
So, I put 2 years into the old version of the grant, which is obviously no longer valid, so I'm here presenting this, but, that's a family friend, that's someone that we've done business with for over 30 years, and if you notice, that's a very good roofing quote to roof 2 buildings, and he's gonna honor that.
Can you get one that's got a current date on it to present?
Well, I don't think it's gonna.
If anything, it's gonna hurt him, because we know the prices are gonna be higher, so it's gonna hurt him
So if
on.
it does go up higher.
If it goes higher,
Yeah, I know, I'm meeting that, and that's part of the fun of this project.
It just surprised me to see those dates when that was pointed out.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's at a certain point, as this thing's gotten delayed and delayed, just trying to go back to them just to update the date is, like you said, we're kind of maxed out anyway, there's whatever it is, it's just gonna end up costing me more money at the end of the day.
A lot of work, I guess that'd be the same concern that Luke is, we're talking about, is if.
Yeah.
It doesn't get done by June 15th, we can't do anything about it.
So we've specifically rearranged the priorities of parts of the project in order to make sure that we could meet those deadlines. We're confident we can meet those deadlines. So for example, rather than including, say, the exterior paint, which just takes several days to prep them and do that, I basically switched that out because we can get the roof done in 2 days.
So with what you're asking for, will it finish on where you're gonna be open for business and there's gonna be people renting those within 6 months? Because that's.
I understand the deadlines.
Well, I just wanna make sure that you understand deadlines and we're kind of stuck with it. If it doesn't happen, but
Yeah.
we can't do anything about it.
So obviously getting all the work done and, say turned in by June 15th, and then that starts a 6-month clock if I understand it correctly. So that would give us till December 15th. So we should be, as I put in a lot of legwork to set this thing up to make it run as smoothly as possible. And I continue to put work in every day over there to continue to at least make progress as this process got sorted out. So I feel like I have a good understanding, and so do all the contractors.
So some of these things I say, the yellow that you highlighted is what you're planning on doing right now. What's the difference between the?
So when I, originally got the project is much bigger even than what we're seeing, right? Because there's electrical, there's plumbing, those are probably the 2 big ones. It's another $100,000. Sorry, could you repeat the question?
What's the difference between the highlighted and now?
The highlighting is the qualifying, things based on the new grant, description.
I do have a question, if we award this now, there are gonna be most likely some revisions coming up in the next year. Are you looking to apply, because the old contract was once every 3 years, and that's we're probably gonna be somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't know what, because this body will discuss that, but will probably be where it's not gonna be every year, available every year to a business, and I'm just wondering if that fits with your project.
Not really, because of the way that the grant's written now, before this was like a $300,000 project and the rejuvenation grant would have paid 40% of that, 120,000, so that's why it was all combined into one. But now that we've rewritten it with the cap of 50,000, my plan was to come back in the next fiscal year, right, first, the second it's open, to get like the exterior paint and the sign and the asphalt basically done.
That's what I'm saying, that it may not be available.
We don't know if it's going to be available or not. I don't want you to sit in limbo either and relying on that and it not happen.
Yeah, I mean, I would have it, there are big projects in town, and I mean, I think that we need to be considerate of these larger projects and the dollar amount that they require and the frequency of the grants based on how you guys rewrite the new ones.
I don't think it's a huge, I'm not sure if that will happen, but just to have that in mind, I'll do that even.
Yeah, that's what always
I
wanted
just
to
change
put it
it.
in mind. I don't.
Yeah.
That affects your ability to be open within the 6 months if you're not eligible to reapply in July.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it just cost me 50.
I make a motion that we, award the Rose Motel, Brian Mon.
Yeah, bye.
Byron, the amount of 50,000 for the urban renewal grant.
Second,
Yeah, second.
any other discussion?
You put a lot of work in.
No, he has. But
Yeah,
It's
he has.
gonna be a benefit to the city as a whole, because it's one of the first things that you see coming from that direction.
I think where me and Bob were coming from is he's just got to realize that we can't guarantee that.
We can't guarantee it. I think it came out
Available in July, and if that's the case,
But
then you're not open.
So a couple things. One, based on the grant changing mid-year, which I obviously was not a big fan of after all of this work. I mean, I could technically then not paint it the exterior and open and still be open, right? So, I mean, if we want to just delay the inevitable and live with, some of the things that I could still open with, but not have it be as aesthetically pleasing as I think that we would all desire, I could also wait as well. So it depends on how you.
I think the reason we changed this is the last 2 years, nobody applied for any of these grants that were available.
Yeah.
When the staff did a great job and went to this new one, we gave the Davies, I believe, 38,000
Yeah.
tonight
Mhm.
alone.
Yeah, 80,000 or something.
We're
Yeah.
giving out over 144,000
Yeah.
tonight, so we're giving out $180,000 this year to 9 businesses that the last 2 years, they wouldn't even apply because there was no money for them.
Yeah, no, you guys are doing a great job, and obviously the interest in the new way that it's written is advantageous to some projects and to some things. But if we're talking about the biggest projects in town, of which I own 2 of, the new version of the grant is not how I would have desired, and if I would have advocated for it differently during discussions.
I understand.
You put a lot of work into the previous grant process.
Good. Comment?
I do, I just noticed because on our grant application, it says structural improvements. I just want to make sure that I noticed a couple things in the application that, I mean, I'm not a construction person, obviously, that aren't necessarily structural. I want to make sure that we are following the grant as it is written. So, like for number 1 that's highlighted, it says framing the interior entrance from unit to unit, like framing it on the interior is not a structural improvement. So
Is it a bearing wall?
It is.
Isn't that structural?
Wouldn't it still be there if it was a bearing wall?
You gotta have a bearing.
Based on the previous owner, I would not use that as a reason to believe that things are the way they should
County's
be.
gonna say on your permits, if you have to go get permits.
I have plans from Pinnacle Engineering. I've met with, Bill Clemens, the head of the county building department, multiple times. He's fully on board, with the plans, from Pinnacle as well as the changes that need to be.
And Pinnacle indicated that they're structurally necessary and everything at the same.
Mhm.
Does the grant just say structural and exterior?
Structural improvement, exterior improvements, interior light or exterior lighting, windows and doors, exterior painting and cleaning and treatments for the painting, signage and awnings. And then also that same one, it says frame drive-out repairs, including extensive framing repairs in the kitchen area.
I mean, rotten framing seems pretty structural to me.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
And.